Our next agenda item tonight is the quarterly report number 1. It says here, Paradise Path Task Force, introduced by Tom Grundon.
Thank you, Your Honor, City Council. Tom Grundon, Staff Liaison to the Paradise Path Task Force, and without further ado, I will turn the meeting over to our great chairperson, Margaret Littlejohn.
I'm Margaret Littlejohn, and I live at 1022 Colt Road here in Moscow. And I'm here to meet your request to do quarterly reports for the Paradise Path Task Force. So we wanted to let you know that we've had a quorum at all of our meetings that we've held since we last appeared before you. In fact, I think everybody was at every single meeting. We passed a revised mission statement for Paradise Path Task Force, and I believe you got that in your agenda, but I'll read it. Paradise Path Task Force promotes and advises on the development of a path system in and around Moscow, embracing 3 important community concerns: active transportation, recreation, and resource conservation enhancement. And this is draft. We've sent it to Parks and Rec Commission for their review, and we'll bring it back to you for your approval once we get approval from Parks and Rec. We also recommended that the orphan path signage wording should say public pathway, and we've sent that recommendation off to Parks and Rec Commission, and we'll bring it to you for a vote for future approval of connector signage for orphan paths. We submitted comments on the proposed Mountain View Road improvements, the traffic circle recommendations from the consultant. We also approved the Blackbird Crossing name for the trail station that is along Paradise Path. We had a member who participated in the iCount for 2013 pedestrian inventory project, and we had another member who videotaped the Safe Routes to School Walk to School Day. We also prepared a new exhibit and display board, which we had at the commission fair, for those of you who saw that, which was excellent work of one of our members. We had members attend and participate at the commission fair. And we also supported the city effort to get the Paradise Path striped with reflective striping so that in winter and at night bikers and pedestrians can see the pathway more easily. So that's the list of our accomplishments, and I just want to remind the mayor and council that we're still hopeful of getting commission status at the end of our successful completion of your year-long assessment of our work. Any questions?
Thank you, Margaret. Council members?
I just want to say you've gotten a lot done in a short period of time.
So I want to say that because of the work you all are doing and the work, too, through the University of Idaho with Safe Routes to School, the Mobility Task Force, all these volunteer efforts that we have happening in our community, I got to share the stage with the mayor of Oklahoma City to highlight Moscow, Idaho, as for our active transportation recreation infrastructure. And people it was very well attended. Tom was there, and they were wowed by the things that you all have done. So awesome work, and I'm not the only one who thinks so. Tom?
I was going to say the mayor from Oklahoma City had a lot of really neat things to talk about himself, like leading a 1 million-pound weight reduction within the city of Oklahoma. But he was impressed to hear about, you know,
What reduction?
£1,000,000 weight reduction.
Of
He-
people, obese people,
Of obese, yeah,
becoming
he-
more
Of course, that's a
active.
huge city, the
So
largest city
he,
in the country.
he said the city of Oklahoma, or, you know, Oklahoma City went from one of the fattest in America to one of the fittest in America. And it was a really neat presentation that he made. But he was one who was really excited about the path work that has been done in Moscow. It was great to see that, see his excitement. I appreciate your work and everything that's been done that you're talking about, and I'm excited to see, you know, some really neat things like the stripes that have been put on the Paradise Path just in the last few months, you know, before it got real cold, make it much easier to navigate at nighttime in some of the curvy areas. So that's nice to have that. So
And the city
having-
will be completing that as soon as they're able next year.
Yeah.
They have the striping machine to do that now, so.
That's good.
That's exciting.
And we have lots of goals ahead of us, and we're committed to continuing to improve the pathway through the city.
Thanks.
You know, and we talked about the revised mission statement, the active transportation, recreation, and resource conservation enhancement. I mean, that kind of shows the breadth of services the Paradise Path Task Force, in my opinion, ought to be a commission, represents, because you're not just transportation, you're not just recreation, you're not just parks and open space, you're all of those things together to integrate many of those public spaces. So good luck in your continuing efforts, Margaret. Thank you for your report tonight.
Thank you, Nancy.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.